The answers to question 12B question 1. So we need to have the three ratios. So first thing I'll be doing is sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. So we've got our three ratios. Next we have a look at our diagram. So again, the side opposite the right angle is our hypotenuse. Here is our marked angle. The side opposite the marked angle is our opposite side. And the side next to our marked angle is our adjacent side. So when we're doing our calculation, the opposite there is going to be 3. And the hypotenuse is 5. Then cos theta, our adjacent side here is 4. And our hypotenuse, we've already discovered, is 5. And the last one, tan theta, is opposite over adjacent, so it's going to be 3 over 4. So that's question 1. Question 2, first thing we do, write our identities. So there are our three trig identities. Sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse, cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. Just fix that up there. Adjacent. So again, we go back to our triangle. We label our triangle. Side opposite the right angle is our hypotenuse. There's our marked angle. The side opposite that is our opposite side. And the side next to that is our adjacent side. And so then we go through and fill those in. So opposite is 5. So hypotenuse is 13. Adjacent is 12. Hypotenuse is 13. Opposite is 5 and adjacent is 12. So that's our next bit. Next one, we've only got two sides, but we've got a right angle triangle. So we can use Pythagoras to work out our last side. And so remember, Pythagoras is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So a, b, c. So that means c is going to be equal to the square root of 64 plus 225. If you put that into your calculator, you'll find that that side there is going to be 17 centimetres. So you can work it out. So you'll need to show some working out about how to work out Pythagoras. I'm not going to do that here. That is revision. You need to know how to do that. If you need to go back and do some Pythagoras questions from earlier on, you need to do that. Next, we're going to write our three identities. So sine theta, opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan theta, opposite over adjacent. Then we're going to mark out triangle. Do that. So it's going to be our height. There's our marked angle here. So that there's going to be our opposite. And that's going to be our adjacent. So sine theta is going to be 15 on 17. Cos theta is going to be 8 on 17. And tan theta is going to be 15 over 8. Next question. Again, these ones don't have the required information on them. So we need to work out the last bit. So this one here is going to be the square root. Whoops. Put that back in the right spot. Square root of 1 squared plus 2 squared. So 2 squared is 4, so that's going to be square root 5. And we're going to leave it as square root 5 centimetres at this point in time. So that's going to be the easiest way to do it. Then we write our trig ratios. So sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. And we've got cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And then we've got tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. We go then mark our triangles. So opposite the right angle is our hypotenuse. We've got our marked angle just here. Opposite that is going to be our opposite side. Then this side is going to be our adjacent side. So we now can write that in. Opposite is going to be 1 over square root 5. This one here is going to be 2 over square root 5. And the last one, tan theta, is going to be 1 over 2. So this one here, we know the hypotenuse, we know our side, so it's going to be the square root of 7 squared takes square root of 4 squared, so 49 takes 16, it's 39, so it's going to be square root 33 in that spot there. So now we need to go right. Our trigonometry, sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. So then we mark out triangle out. So hypotenuse opposite the right angle. Then we've got our marked angle there, so that's going to be our opposite side. That's going to be our adjacent side. So opposite is going to be 4 over 7 for hypotenuse. Adjacent is square root 33 over 7. And last one, opposite over adjacent, which is going to be 4 over square root 33. Last question again, we still don't know what that bit is, so it's the hypotenuse we need to find out, so it's going to be 8 squared plus 3 squared, so 8 squared is 64, 3 squared is 9, so it's going to make square root. Oops, I'm not quite sure what happened there, let's try that again. Square root 73. So, go and write our trig identities, so sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. Mark our triangle outs. So it's going to be height, hypotenuse. Marked angle is here. So that means that's going to be opposite. That's going to be adjacent. So when we look at doing those answers, opposite there is 8 over square root 73. Adjacent, which is 3 over square root 73. And opposite, which is 8 over adjacent, which is 3. And they are how we do these questions, writing out the trig identities for each one of those questions.